All right, we gotta go, chat. Yeah, so we'll go through our regular, the regular format. We'll do market that was. I did add my journal mock-up to my Notion journal, so that'll be better. Now it'll all be in one place. Now I need to figure out how to like tag things and then like be able to like start to manipulate data and stuff with my Notion notebook, but we'll get there. So we'll do markets that were. We'll go through my trades, which are inaccurate. I'll go with whatever's here, but I think it's inaccurate, and I think maybe some trade has to clear. I don't know what's going on. There's like a rogue trade in there, and it's not like connecting what it needs to connect to, so it's kind of skewing things. This has been a rough month. Just put that out there. We'll try to pick it back up again, move forward, do some smarter things, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into, actually let's make sure everything is what it needs to be here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we got trading view here. Oh yeah, I need to do an earnings scan. And we'll probably look into the debt downgrade. Take a look at what that might mean. It did happen in August of last year. I wonder if this one's, you can actually read this. I don't know how helpful that one is, but we'll get into a little bit more about... Oh, okay, so there's some stuff coming out now. A lot of people put shorts out. Yeah, we'll look at some more. We'll see if we can find some good articles. I don't know if Bloomberg... It's not really... There is a Bloomberg one, but it's kind of old. Maybe it's been updated. Maybe we'll start with that one and go from there. And then come up with some ideas for the week. Hopefully it doesn't gap down too much. And I'll try to make my short. So let's go into the week that was. Right on. Man, my eye. I got something in my eye earlier and it's just still bugging me. Okay. He's on. Cover my... Check my eyeballs. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so... Wow, that's huge. NDX up 6, almost 7. SPX up 5.27. Russell's up 4, and the Dow is up 3.4. We go to the year, see where we are, about even on the Russell. NDX is up 15. Russell's still down year to date, but 1 year progress here. So the NDX is up 15, SPX is up 12. The Dow is up 6, and the Russell is breaking even. So we made progress, but the debt upgrade, we'll see what that does in a short hour here to our progress that we've made. Digging out of that Liberation Day, whatever that was. What those people are doing. We'll go ahead and take a quick snapshot of this. I'm kind of like, I don't know that I could even use this analysis, to be honest. It's like, I just am leery about using this analysis. Let's take a look at the sectors. I want to go to market dashboard, US sectors. Yeah, I need to somehow squeeze that into, settings, okay. So SMH, it was up 10% on the week. XLK up 8. XLY, quite the run last week. Gold was down. I think this will just be reversed. Gold's still up. Gold's still your outperformer, with the same as always. Communications, financials. We might be in for a little bit of a pullback. We'll see how much. The market took it pretty hard on Friday, but it was lighter volume. So, I think I read or heard that it was like our last perfect rating that's been removed now. And do something in the chat. There we go. There we go. Always got to get them Will Severuntis in the chat. Let's go. It's funny. Let's see what they are. That's funny. Okay, enough screwing around. Enough messing around. We got our sectors here. I mean, you want to say bullish, but I don't know what to say until it opens. I don't really know what. I'll know more when the market actually opens. But it's good to get the idea of, you know, what happened. It was a bullish week. That's good. Let's go ahead and take our best and worst performers. So this is our gainers on the week. So we had Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, all the big boys. Don't know if that's going to be the same. I like how they do this. Like you feel like, oh yeah, we finally get some traction, and then they rug pull you. Wasn't a mistake. They did this at 4:30 on Friday. Like, what do they call that? A Friday dirty? Like, not that it would have mattered, to be honest. It really wouldn't have mattered. It might have caused a panic if it was during regular office hours, so, you know. So healthcare, all the stuff that, yeah, all that defensive stuff, just, it's all gonna be up maybe tomorrow, though. I never know. I don't know. Up at 3 o'clock or whatever, whenever it comes online. Maybe let's put, that's fine. All right. So let's get into the trades. This is not right. I don't want to. I don't know what this is. It's like bringing in some old trade. Or it didn't record it right or something. I don't know what's going on with this trade. So I'll have to figure that out. I think I'm really down like something else. I don't know what it is. It bothers me this is here, but I don't want to delete it. I wasn't in something for 45 days. This is just really getting to me. I might have to figure this out. I'll have to figure that out. Honestly, I don't even know what it's connected to. I think it's connected to, okay, so it's a vertical. So it must have been one of the, so it was one of them. I think I have 2 more on or something. Is this a long call? I had that iron condor on. Yeah, this must have been... It's that iron condor I had. I'm gonna have to go figure these trades out. I think that's what happened, because it's saying it's a vertical bull call. I never actually put anything like that on. It is a vertical. It's not bullish, though. This would have been something... I would have only sold a call vertical. I would not have bought a call vertical. I would have only sold that. So I don't know what this is. I gotta go figure it out. Most of these other ones are right, though. So this was on 5/11. Go back to our notebook. So this was in the overnight. Oh yeah, that was my overnight trade. I think it was above VWAP. Trying to think, was there like good news? There might have been good news, good momentum. I think the day before, yeah, it had gapped up. It was still moving higher, so I decided to get in. Just should have stayed in. Like, yeah, my best exit up there. Keep leaving money on the table. That is the story of my life. Let's go ahead and recalculate this and see how much I missed out on, because that's always a fun exercise too. Let's figure out how much I missed out on. Wow. That would have helped for today. My targets are too small. Like, I mean, it could have gone the other way. I mean, that's always something to think about too, but I guess like what I was thinking too is like, I don't always know my exact criteria for getting into a position in the overnight. I know I want to trade above VWAP, above, you know, previous session close. That's always better for a positive trade, but it's like, where do I put my stop? You know, for that overnight situation, like, where do I put it? Markets are just gonna fall apart in an hour like that. That's what I think. They're finally, maybe they're gonna finally actually do it. Anyway, let's see if I actually labeled this trade. I think I put it here. Yeah, so it was long on the 30-minute. Okay, well, at least I wrote something down. I should put the time. So this was above VWAP. And you know what, these gaps, you know how that works. It fills the gaps, like, come on. So this was the 30-minute time frame. And it was overnight. This is on the 16th. Probably below VWAP. See if I wrote it down. Nope. Did not write it down. So I have to put unknown reason. I think it was a retest of VWAP, but I didn't write it down, so I can't speculate. How much did I miss out on this one? Will it do it for me, I wonder? It'll say... Drink some coffee while I wait. I also need to collect news articles throughout the week. Kind of go through some of like the big headlines. I think that'd be good. I might add that to the stream. Okay, I need to just let things ride. So let's put that in the goals, because that needs to happen. Like our aspirations are too low. Our aspirations, I don't think I spelled that right. Ha! Y'all can roast me on that one. I won't fix it now. Now I'm stuck with it. Are too low, and we need to stay in trades. You know, the goal is to stay in until market close. Maybe hold trades overnight. Like, let it go through its move. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You want to build a snowman? So right here, not holding trades long enough. All I'm saying. Okay. Like these, I guess this would be like the next day or whatever, but like... just stay in it. Maybe two, okay. So, Monday... I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to say something and then I don't know if it'll comes to fruition there. So the 15th. Did I write down my trade? Yes, I did. Below VWAP, 5 minute. Okay. Below VWAP, 5 minute. Then I should have went long. All right, TQQ on the 14th. Below VWAP, 15 minute. Okay. Okay. I keep going. So this was part of an Iron Condor. Yeah, so those trades weren't they weren't they're not being registered correctly. So this was part of an Iron Condor. Diagonal. Man, this thing's all messed up. So this was on the 14th. Below VWAP, just fucking around. Alright, 15th. Alright, below VWAP. At least I'm writing them down. So, below VWAP on the 15-minute time frame. We'll go ahead and hit save on that one. I wonder if we can find the right now it's coming in. Saying an implied open might be higher. It's blipping out though, so maybe that'll change. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. I gotta get through my stuff first. What's this noise? What's this silly little play? What didn't I just do this one? Or did I get distracted and forget what the hell I was doing? So on the 14th, oh, did I do it again? I don't know what this is. It's probably the same thing, but maybe I did it twice. But I'm gonna put unknown because I didn't write it down. I don't know what it is. All right. What's this? What the hell was I doing? Getting all chopped up buying calls and puts. Like, what? Okay, well, I guess I was bullish that day. You gotta also recognize too, like, okay, one day you're putting on a call, next day you're putting on a put. Like, that sounds like a chart market to me. Like, you should just be doing one thing. You should just be putting on calls or putting on, I mean, yeah, you could, like, you know, be somewhat indifferent, but it's like if you're doing one day, one the next, like, it should be pretty clear that if you're doing that, it's probably a choppy market. So it must have been above the 9 EMA or something. Like, those aren't good labels. I mean, at least I put something down, though. That's something I have to give myself there, is I actually wrote it down. But, like, you know, I think this is like kind of my come to Jesus moment. Like, we need to make this real. Like, it needs to be real now. Can't just, I know the market dynamics, I know all these things. This has to make money. This has to at least make my salary. I mean, maybe with the size of account, it's not completely realistic, but I think I can make a little extra here and there to generate something from this money, because it's just churning right now. To me, it's just like it's going in circles. I'm at this one level, I'm break even. That's where I'm at. Life of a break-even trader. I'm in the break-even phase. You always see people on YouTube at that breakout phase. I'm in the break-even phase. I was losing money, brought it back up, and now I'm just breaking even. I'm breaking even. I don't want to be too impatient with the process, because I know that's kind of the process. As you go, you know, you're gonna lose money. That is one part that is not for educational, informational purposes only. That is fact. That is something I can tell you. You will lose money. Period. Full stop. That's it. You will lose money. But now about break even, I need to get past that. Because it's like, I'm just gonna go on a sidetrack here. We're sidetracking. So like with like AI and all of this, like, I mean, with AI, I don't even need to be here, really, do I? I don't really need to be sitting here doing this. AI can completely do this for me. AI could do the weekly summary. AI could probably trade for me. I know there's people, I don't know how to do that yet, but you know, with bots and different things, like AI could do all that for me, make the analysis, this and that. I don't even have to do anything. That's also true for my job. So the 9-to-5 job, like, I'm finding ways now where I can dig a little bit deeper. I can find information. You know, it can't quite build the way that I can build. Because the functionality is just not there. That's the only thing holding it back. Like, it can create objectives, it can create milestones, it can create all of these things, and AI is built into like every program management thing or project management software. You need to know how to utilize it. Like, I think it's kind of real, like, AI won't replace you. The person that knows how to use it will. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, saying all that, I don't really want to be the one that's replaced. I want to be the one that knows how to use the AI. And I know it'll change. I know all that. Like, it'll change and evolve. But it's real, and it's coming for you. And if you aren't productive, you ain't gonna make it. If you don't know how to use AI, if you're not comfortable with AI, you will be left behind. Like, I wouldn't have said that like a year ago. I know other people were, but like what I've been able to do with it has blown my mind. And people will be left behind if you don't get in there and at least figure out how to use those, figure out how they work, what are the different models, all those things. You're gonna be left behind, guaranteed. Like, even if you interact with AI, just like knowing how a particular model works, understanding, you know, like if you have a bot trader or whatever in your account, like you understand how it's working. Although I don't think those are really the same things. Like robo advisors aren't the same thing as AI. They may not be using AI to do it. It might be more like AI isn't making predictions based on this and that. Like they have it's more of algorithmic trading. Those robo advisors are more algorithmic. Anyway, all that said, learn it, interact with it, because the powers that be want to replace you. It's not that it's going to; they want to. So if someone wants to do something, doesn't matter who they are, usually it gets done. When you put the energy into it, it'll happen. And those people and those companies, big tech companies, have all the resources to do that. Tons of cash, lots of smart people. They're gonna do it. They might even be like replace themselves. Like that's kind of where we're going, man. Even just to make you afraid too. Like, never mind. Anyway, we're off that rant because we need to focus on ourselves and we need to focus on making this real and getting out of that break-even flat line. So frustrating. But it's better than, like now I know that I could probably make the money back. Before I didn't know that. Before I didn't like even have an inkling strategy idea how that might occur. Now I kind of think I can do it. So that might be dangerous in and of itself. But I don't know when the next half an hour, what my account is going to look like. I'm a little afraid. Because the market is just like on eggshells and it's like, this is like real. This isn't like tariffs that are some imaginary thing that haven't quite hit the market yet. Let's remember, those tariffs have not really hit the market yet. It's not real yet. It's not. They've not fully hit. So, and then like the Chinese tariffs have 90 days, so that puts it in August. So the real tariffs haven't really hit yet. Don't get me started on the tariffs. Like I've been thinking about it and like the tariffs are like, it's a good idea, but ultimately it's a tax. And it's a tax where nobody voted on it. Isn't our whole thing like taxation without representation? Like, isn't that the whole reason we're a freaking country? Isn't that like the Boston Tea Party? They didn't want to pay taxes on the tea? Anyway, whatever on that. You can go get angry about that because I think someone needs to get angry about that. Like, we're being taxed. We're not. No one's saying anything. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding something, but like just from a simple consumer, like me going to the store, I gotta go to the store and buy groceries. Those other people that are putting on a tariff, they don't do that. They don't go out and buy groceries. Someone else does that for them. And the meals just appear at the table. That ain't my reality. I gotta go to Walmart, buy the groceries, see the total, and come back. Okay? And it has a real effect on my bank account. And I ain't alone in this. Anyway, that's my rant. We gotta stop because that just gets you all riled up and it doesn't help anybody. Doesn't help with your strategy, doesn't help with any of that. But it's good to get it out so that you don't think about it anymore. Let's go back to thinking about whether or not I actually wrote this trade down. I kind of wish, like, when you scrolled, I could still see the date of this journal entry, so I don't switch when I don't need to. So some range break long, is that what this was? And then it just completely collapsed. Alright, well, let's take a look. I don't know, it really wasn't in a range. Like, what range did it break out of? I mean, this is just choppy altogether, but I wrote down range break, so what? I don't remember what I used. Cause I think I put this in here before. What time frame? I close it. Genius. Genius levels up in here. That's not what I was looking at. Oh gosh. Losing it, chat. Losing it. The range break on the 5 minute. On the 15th. Obviously going short was not the way to go. Gosh. OMG. Let's see. The 15th. Oh yeah, I need to do that too. I might look into that after I'm done with this. I got something else I gotta do on another note. Into my mind. MNQ below VWAP. Okay. And then, like, still the issue, I don't flip the trade. Still don't do it. Below VWAP. The time frame. Alright, wait it. Alright. Been a VWAP test. Let's see, stream on TikTok. Okay. There's a thing inside of Streamlabs. Plus I'm like dropping frames, so that's cool. What's this noise? Oh, okay. Why is something from the 9th in here? Yeah, see, this is all screwed up. I'll have to upload again on my way down here. Because this was part of a different trade. I wonder if this was... So... Where was that other TQQQ trade? I was shares. I've messed around with shares. This is associated with a put vertical. It's not registering verticals correctly. Yeah, something's up with that. This is a vertical. Or maybe it's just a put. What the hell did I do this for? I put this on the 9th and I closed it on the... So this was part of a vertical then. There was no way this was by itself. Yeah, I need to take screenshots like all my trades. I need to like have something in there. And like TD, I can dig, but it doesn't really tell you the prices you get into things with. It would have been a put vertical. I would have sold a put. That's all I've been doing. This one did not pan out. Yeah, this bear call, it might pan out now. Should have just kept it on. Anyway, that's the trades. Something's up with the thing itself. The trades are right, but I don't know the accounting practices here, what we're doing with those. Yeah, not a great month though. We'll see. I'll fix this on Monday and see if it's more accurate. Maybe things will... Yeah, we need to get back up here. Just need to be smart. We just need to be smart. We need to just keep... Just keep moving forward and be smart with our trades. We need to write everything down. We need to even write, you know, when we get into those verticals, I need to write everything down. So a lesson or a takeaway is I need to write everything down. That's my challenge this week. And so takeaway is not holding trades long enough. My ambitions are too low. And I need to spaced out. Write everything down. And then really start to think about the allocation. So like 50% in options. So that would leave like a little sliver for futures and then a sliver for equities. Or maybe like 25% options, a little bit more for stock, and then a little bit for futures. I might think about that allocation moving forward. So that whole idea, what kind of futures I would do? Futures can be a lot, like that's kind of leveraged. Earnings, you can look. I don't think anything's coming up. What we do need to do though is do an earnings scan. Let me pull up my earnings review. Let's see, time frame. Go ahead and select the correct time frame. And then do it by market cap. We want something that's not the daily time frame. I guess day time frame's okay. I just don't know that that's what it looks like right now. Here's the 60-minute time frame. Okay, just holding the line there. Yeah, I might still do something in Walmart. They did say they're gonna have to eat. They're gonna have to raise prices. Trump said, oh, you need to eat the cost. Well, that affects margins and profitability. I don't know. Exxon. That's what we've been trading in a range. Alibaba. Palantir. This made a huge run. I shouldn't have got rid of my Palantir play. I think it would have expired when the time it went back up. So that's another lesson. Like, you have a like point of view, like don't get rid of it so quickly. You know, Disney, the logos always look like a backwards G to me. It's never, I know it's a swirly whirly letter D, but I don't know. It's never looked. Oh, it really took a... Wow, earnings really sent it to the moon, didn't it? Can we short it? Short it. Loud. It's up 9% this year. Secretly want to short Disney. Call spread on Disney. Let's go, man. Uber. Yeah, Uber was like not affected. Uber's crazy. AMD's still in a downtrend, which is really weird, but whatever on that. I don't know if Shopify is going to be affected by everything. I don't know. Oh, good old Coupang. Good old Coupang. Wow. CoreWeave is what kind of a semi-play. They buy NVIDIA chips. I think they run data centers that you could like rent out or something. I don't know, I'm having a hard time forming a point of view here. I don't know why. Just kind of, I guess I think it's all just gonna change. I'm still interested in Walmart. People aren't gonna stop buying stuff like that. I mean, they're not gonna stop buying groceries. Walmart's groceries are important. So they're like the biggest grocer in the world. So people will still keep buying groceries. So I'm interested in doing something with Walmart. And we're past earnings. So really deeply consider Walmart. Maybe selling a put or something like that. I wouldn't mind getting more shares. I think maybe that could be the play. I don't know about any index positions. I need to manage what I have. So I should have sold one of those on Friday. I wasn't paying attention. So I have a call spread or put spread in the SPY, which may or may not work. I have a Walmart covered call, but I might kind of strangle that off and sell a put. And then I still have my Amazon position, which I'll probably have to, we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, it's gonna be scary Monday. But isn't that the same pattern though? I mean, if you think about it, it's only been like a few week reprieve on this pattern of like Mondays are down, Fridays are down. That's how it's been since the beginning of the year. There was a slight reprieve as kind of the market was going up, but like that's been the game plan. Like, and then Tuesday through Wednesday or Tuesday through Thursday, kind of up, but no one holds risk through the weekend. And then something happens over the freaking weekend and it brings the market down on Monday. That's been the thing. We're in a bear market, friends. I don't know what else. Oh, we're back up to a bull. No. These kind of moves, I'm not convinced we're in a bull market. Like, I think it's on eggshells. If it's a bull market, it's it's a bull market that's not doing, it's sickly. But isn't that a bear market? Like, I don't know. When the bear comes from above, let's remember, the bull only works from the bottom. The bull ducks its head down and moves up. A bear comes in with its claw and comes down on you. And every time the market goes up, it's sold off again. So there's no faith, I don't think there's any confidence. Because there's like shenanigans on every level. There's shenanigans with the credit rating, there's shenanigans in the White House, there's shenanigans everywhere. And everything moves the markets. So Wait, we could look at earnings coming up. I mean, it's probably nothing crazy, but... Oh, Nvidia. I guess that's next week, though. Nvidia's next week. Yeah, the data center stuff in the Middle East is interesting. I'm just reading something on Twitter or X or whatever the hell we call it nowadays. We got some consumer companies in here. We got Target and TJ Maxx and Home Depot. That's always a bellwether. Got 15 minutes, chat. We're gonna know in 15 minutes. I need to keep track of these more. So I need to, let's see record or save news articles. And then we want to do summaries of podcasts. Because right now I'm like, I listen to a bunch of stuff and it's like too much. Like I listen to it, but it ends up being noise because I don't do anything with it. Like I don't summarize it or I don't internalize it. Alright, we're stuck in Twitter land. Get out of there. Sorry, chat. Oh, it's weird. It disappears the chat. Okay. Yeah, you get sucked into Twitter. That's pretty bad. I guess I could look at, we can pull up, oh yeah, we're supposed to look at this. Here we go. So, Bloomberg article, I just want to understand this a little bit better about the debt rating, all this business here. Another bumpy start. Financial markets reopened in Asia on Monday after Moody's rating announced Friday evening that it was, let's just have this thing read it. There we go.
Investors await another Monday jolt after Moody's downgrades U.S. Investors face yet another bumpy start to the trading week, although it's mounting concern over U.S. debt rather than tariffs likely generating the volatility this time. Financial markets reopen in Asia on Monday after Moody's ratings announced Friday evening it was stripping the U.S. government of its top credit rating, dropping the country to AA1 from AAA. The company, which trailed rivals, blamed successive presidents and congressional lawmakers for a ballooning budget deficit it said showed little sign of narrowing. The downgrade risks reinforcing Wall Street's growing worries over the U.S. sovereign bond market as Capitol Hill debates even more unfunded tax cuts and the economy looks set to slow as President Donald Trump upends long-established commercial partnerships and renegotiate trade deals. In a potential sign of things to come on Monday, 10-year Treasury yields rose as high as 4.49% in thin volumes on Friday and an exchange-traded fund tracking the S&P 500 fell 0.6% post-market. A Treasury downgrade is unsurprising amid unrelenting unfunded fiscal largesse that's only set to accelerate, said Max Gochman, Deputy Chief Investment Officer at Franklin Templeton Investment Solutions. Debt servicing costs will continue creeping higher as large investors, both sovereign and institutional, start.
Didn't we already know this was coming though?
Like,
that's the thing about this.
Unfortunately,
not like people didn't know this was coming.
Spiral for U.S. yields, further downward pressure on the greenback, and reduce the attractiveness of U.S. equities. Michael Schumacher and Angelo Manolatos, strategists at Wells Fargo and Company, told clients
he doesn't want anything from the Biden era, so it's like those last 2 years, they need to be erased, and then he wants to build them back.
In response to the Moody's downgrade. A 10 basis point increase in the 30-year yield would be enough to lift it above 5% to the highest since November 2023 and closer to that year's peak, when rates reached levels unseen since mid-2007. While rising yields typically boost a currency, the debt worries may add to skepticism over the dollar. A Bloomberg index of the greenback is already close to its April lows and sentiment among options traders is the most negative in 5 years. Early trading in currencies markets saw the dollar indicated mixed against its group of 10 peers with the greenback quoted slightly weaker against euro and yen in the aftermath of Moody's downgrade. Loss of confidence. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde told La Tribune Dimanche in an interview published on Saturday that the dollar's recent decline against the euro is counterintuitive but reflects the uncertainty and loss of confidence in U.S. policies among certain segments of the financial markets. Rising Treasury yields would also complicate the government's ability to cut back by running up its interest payments, while also threatening to weaken the economy by forcing up rates on loans such as mortgages and credit cards. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent downplayed concerns over the U.S.'s government debt and the inflationary impact of tariffs, saying the Trump administration is determined to lower federal spending and grow the economy. Asked about the Moody's ratings downgrade of the country's credit rating Friday during an interview on NBC's Meet the Press with Kristen Welker, Bessent said, "Moody's is a lagging indicator. That's what everyone thinks of credit agencies." In a move that may help temper some of the negative market sentiment, President Trump said over the weekend he'll have a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday morning to discuss how to stop the war in Ukraine. Moody's move was anticipated by many given it came when the federal budget deficit is running near $2 trillion a year, or more than 6% of gross domestic product. The U.S. government is also on track to surpass record debt levels set after World War II, reaching 107% of GDP by 2029. The Congressional Budget Office warned in January.
So sometimes, like, to me, like, it's makes me think we're in a war.
To widen, reaching nearly
it's a different kind of war.
GDP by 2035, up from 6.4% in 2024. driven mainly by increased interest payments on debt, rising entitlement spending, and relatively low revenue generation. Despite such sums, lawmakers will likely continue work on a massive tax and spending bill that's expected to add trillions to the federal debt over the coming years. The Joint Committee on Taxation had pegged the total cost of the bill at $3.8 trillion over the next decade, though other independent analysts have said it could cost much more if temporary provisions in the bill are extended. Analysts at Barclays plc said in a report that they did not expect the Moody's downgrade to change votes in Congress, trigger forced selling of treasuries, or have much impact on money markets. Treasuries have often rallied after similar actions in the past. Credit downgrades of the U.S. government have lost political significance after S&P downgraded the U.S. in 2011, and there were limited, if any, repercussions, said Michael McLean, Anshul Pradhan and Samuel Earle of Barclays. Around the same time Moody's was announcing its decision, the U.S. Treasury was reporting China had reduced its holdings of treasuries in March. While that may further encourage speculation the world's second-largest economy is lowering its exposure to U.S. debt and the dollar, Brad Setzer, a former Treasury official, said on X that the data suggested a move to reduce duration than any real move out of the dollar. Despite the recent trade tensions and worries over fiscal profligacy, the Treasury statistics suggested foreign demand for U.S. government securities remained strong in March, indicating no signs of a revolt against American debt. Still, traders will be hard at work early again on Monday, just a week since they had to react quickly to weekend news of an improvement in trade relations between the U.S. and China.
Oh, that's why I did
Moody's
that.
tells us what we know about U.S. debt. Robert Burgess. Grim
I didn't
outlooks
remember.
takeover results as tariff disruptions surface. China drops to number 3 holder of treasuries.
So, So it's like they're trying to make it a nothing burger. Okay, well, we have 3 minutes and we'll find out. I guess we can watch together. Let's watch together, chat. We'll watch it together and then I gotta sign off. Think about what I want my short to be. I guess it's gonna kind of be like key levels. I mean, looking at the charts now, it's like, why didn't I react when it happened? But it's fine. Let's do it on the 15 minute. I like the 15 minute, to be honest with you. See how much we gap down, and then we can compare it to the daytime frame. So yeah, we got 3 minutes. I gotta step out for just a moment. I don't think I can just do one. But I gotta step away, so I'll be right back. myself, I'm asking myself, why didn't I sell anything? Why, oh why? Well, more chop, more uncertainty. I mean, the VIX is up a little bit. Not too bad though. It's only 1%. It's going up though. I mean, this is a pretty big gap. A 1% gap is nothing to shake at here. Could have done something though on Friday. It's all right. I think I gotta take a break. We have a plan. We went through the trades. I gotta figure out my trades, but we'll see if it seems to work itself out, but we'll see if it does. It doesn't seem to be registering my verticals correctly. We went through the trades. We know we need to hold things longer. And we need to make it a winning portfolio, so I need to work on that. Not just break even. But always remember that this is for educational and informational purposes only. Be careful out there. We're just gapping all around, moving all around. So be careful. And, have a safe and profitable trading week. Bye-bye.